Hello. Shall we roll? Good evening, everybody from the South Coast. Lovely and hot. I believe it's cold at home, so I'm very glad to still be here and enjoy all the sunshine and the beach walks and all the lovely things. But tonight we're going to try, I think it's the last sort of chapter of our training magazine, Financial and Income Tax Guidelines. I think it's pretty important now that I have to do my own books at home and have now my accountant and have to go and answer about tax questions. I think it is very important. And it's quite in the day, and the days come back when I'm going to do Success Tracker. You never know how much you've actually done unless you keep record of it. Who put in their retail sales for the quarter? When you add it up, did you realize that you actually did sell that amount of product? Wow, who would imagine doing a 30,000 turnover in 3 months? That is wow. And you don't realize it until you keep record. And if you keep record of everything, when you go to ADT and you pay your 20 Rand or however much it is, when you go to Bloemfontein and you pay your 100 Rand and you pay your 700 Rand for accommodation and you pay petrol and all those things, keep those records and you can claim for those things. Everything you do, when you buy ink for your printer, because that, remember we talked last week about your office space, everything that you use in your office for your business, you are going to claim those things. So keep record of them all. If you take a prospect out for a one-on-one and you meet them at a coffee shop, keep those slips because that is part of training and you can claim for that. So a well-planned, simple system of keeping records helps improve business performances and enables distributors to plan more confidently for the future. And it's very motivational when you realize how well you've actually done. When I was doing that success tracker every day, I was surprised that, oh yes, I did talk to somebody today. Yes, I spoke to somebody on, in those days I never phoned, but now it's fine. You can phone, it's easy. I don't know why everybody doesn't phone. Really, it's that simple. The purpose of this chapter is to show that with a little extra effort, you can use basic records to produce useful, up-to-date information on the state of your business in a form that is easily understood and relevant of your needs. And if you look on page 34 of this training manual, you'll see that Alta has put very simple how to record your turnover, how to record your income, your expenses, and everything. It's very, very simply put out. Follow those simple records if you don't have any other method. Photostat what's on here, and you can use those records for future claims and things like that. Most people wonder why they should keep records when these records don't seem to help with daily decisions, surely. However, these records play an important role in building for the future. As a self-employed person running your near-life business, whether it is part-time, or full-time, you receive important tax advantages, and with them the responsibility of maintaining records for your business activity. Maybe you've only got a small turnover now, but we're all going to be diamond directors. We're all going to be sapphire directors. We're all going to be moving up that ladder. And imagine suddenly the tax man suddenly sees you earning 100,000 Rand a month and you've never claimed a thing. He's going to start querying and asking, but did you do this overnight? Or how long have you been building up? And where's all your claims? Where's all your information for the last 5 years? So start recording now. Self-employment allows you various advantages, not always granted to those earning a salaried income. And as you are permitted to offset various categories of your expenditure against your sales and bonuses in order to reduce the taxable amount of your income. And it's always advisable to get a financial advisor or to get an accountant to work these things out for you. Even if you've got a small business, the accountant is so helpful. In this last 2 months of my life, I have just about worshipped my accountant and my financial advisor. I just phone them and say, this is the problem, or I send emails, this is what I've just got, what do I do here? And they answer all my questions. It takes off all that stress. So get your accountant to check your books. Any amounts claimed as an expense must have been incurred in order to produce your income, and it must have been incurred wholly or exclusively for the purpose of your business. Adequate proof of these expenses must be made available to the inland revenue should they require them. After all, you could argue that you are in a business as a distributor to sell and make money, not to waste time on paperwork. But as a distributor, you are more than just a seller of goods. Did you know that you are a seller, a buyer, an employer, and a bookkeeper? In other words, you are the general manager of your very own business, being responsible for its profitability and financial stability for you and your family. A well-planned, simple record-keeping system can provide this information, help you improve business performance, and give you greater confidence in planning for the future. The next couple of pages are actually explained very nicely in a video that I've asked Sean to do and share. So listen carefully. We've got a guest speaker, and listen carefully, and you will be able to hear how somebody else has done these few pages in their own business. Here we go. You have to put on your side.
Hi everybody, my name is Krishna Dolman and we live in Somerset West. And before we joined this business, I was a nursing sister, and I always had a dream that one day when I am a mother, I wanted to be a stay-home mother. So when our first child was born, I actually realized that dream. I became a housewife, and just to realize a few months later that we are not financially making ends meet. So one salary was not enough for us anymore. So I had two choices. One is I either had to go back to nursing and bring in some income from that side. But you know, that was never an option because putting my child in a creche, working odd hours, night shifts, was not for me. The other option was I had to find something that I could do from home. So, and I know God actually has a plan for everybody's future. So we had a plan for our future as well. It was at that time that we were introduced into the business. And I must say I was very skeptical. I was scared because I was never in a business before. But I had a wonderful sponsor who taught me how to run my business like a business, and especially how to run my finances. Because as I said, I knew nothing about running a business and working with money. I worked with sick people. So, and you know, everything she taught me, we practiced. And even up to today, even at that time when we joined, we were financially broke. But I can tell you my business up to now was never ever broke because I practiced the correct principles in running my business and the financial side and handling it properly. Now, the first rule that you need to adhere to is never to mix your household money with your business money. That's two separate entities. And in my handbag, I carry two purses. I've got a business purse where all my delivery money when I deliver a product goes into. And on the other hand, I've got my normal expense, when you buy food and stuff for the house, you got a household purse. So that's my two purses in my handbag. So every time when a customer pays me cash when I deliver something, the money goes into the business purse. Now you actually need 3 accounts to start your business with. The first account is what I call a product account. Now, don't tempt to give it another name. Just call it a product account because that's actually what it is, just for products. The second one is a business account. Out of that, you pay your expenses for your business. So don't give that another name. And then the third one is your savings account. Very important to have a savings account as well. Now, when you start your business, you need some products to put on your shelf because it's your business. So we open your product account with an amount of money. Whatever you can put in there, you put in there. Maybe you take a loan from one of your old savings accounts somewhere, or you borrow money from the bank, or you from a friend or wherever, and you put that amount of money into your product account because you're going to buy products now. So let's take a figure of 1,000 Rand. You put 1,000 Rands worth of product at distributor price on your shelf. Now you start operating your business. As you sell those products off your shelf, all the money that you collect goes back into your product account. Don't try and take a little bit of profit here and a little bit of profit there. Then at the end of the month, you calculate the profit that you've generated on those items. So say, for example, you've sold the whole 1,000 Rand. You now should have 1,200 Rand in that account because there's a 20% retail profit. And on 1,000, that should be like 200 Rand. So now you've got 1,200 Rand in your product account. Okay? So what do you do at the end of the month? You draw out the 200 Rand profit and you put that into your business account. And when the company pays you a bonus, it also goes into your business account. And say, for example, they pay you 100 Rand. Now you've got 300 Rand in your business account, which is now your retail profit and your bonus. Okay? So what do you do with that 300 Rand? We got a suggestion. You actually take 10% of that and you tithe it, either to your local church or to charity. Just give it away. And you know what? God will bless you for doing that. Then you take another 10% and you save that in your savings account. Small beginnings, that's where it starts. In this case, it would be 30 Rand, 10% on the 300 Rand. And of course, then the tithing will also be 10%, which is 30 Rand that you give away. And then you are left with 30% that you need to pay back your loan. Wherever that money came from that you started your business, you need to pay them back. And we suggest that you take 30% then to pay back initially, until your loan is done. So that is another 90 Rand. Okay? And then you will be left with 50%. Now, that 50%, you can pay your expenses or whatever you have for your business. What I did in the beginning, I've put most of that back into my product account. So it actually increased my amount of money that I can place more products with. When there's a price increase, you need more money even to replace the same products. So always try to boost your product account or your stock hold. So and remember, when that 30% of money that you pay back on your loan is paid back, now you've got 80% left in your business account. But still, my suggestion is not to up your lifestyle, but rather invest most of it back into your business. Now, very important, the replacement cost of your products that move off your shelf should always be put back into your product account. You know, if you start using that money that you need to buy products with, you're actually killing the goose that is laying the golden eggs. So even if you take products for your own personal use out of your inventory, off your shelf, you need to put back the replacement cost of that product into your product account. So where do you get that money from? Either from your business expenses or from your household account, your pay, your salary, or whatever. But it needs to be put back into your product account. And also if you give away literature, you know, like brochures or product brochures, you cannot give that out of your product account. You need to buy that separate. So because you're not going to get any money back when you give stuff away. So never ever be tempted to, when you've delivered a product and you got cash in your handbag, to stop on the way home to buy bread and milk, because that's product money. It should go back, and you normally tend to forget to put it back into your product account. Yeah, I'm very strict on my product account. My children, everybody knows they never take money out of my product account. And yeah, so I hope you've learned something, and that it's some practical advice. And I'm sure if you practice this, your businesses will thrive, and God will bless your business. This is an amazing opportunity, and even a nursing sister housewife like I can do it, and practice those principles strictly. You can do it too, and your business can thrive as well. So I bless your business, and I thank God that we've got this opportunity, especially in this time, that we can share with people who really needs our products and our opportunity. So go out and be blessed. Thank you.
Okay, so that was put really simply, and make it simple. Keep your business simple, but keep your records. And as I said, keep all those slips. Make a note of all those slips for that business account. When you take your customers out for a cup of coffee, when you buy those brochures, when you give those brochures away, make note of all those things. ADTs, money for Bloom, money for convention, all those monies must be recorded as part of your business. So I want you to read that last few pages, 34, 35, 36 of your training manual, and you'll see the financial income and tax guideline, your budget, your actual, and your differences, so that you can learn how to run your business. Your business may be small, your business may be big, but put it on paper. Start practicing while you still have a small business, because we are all going diamond. And then who can look after all that big money when you haven't looked after small money? I said this is an interacting Zoom tonight. Has anybody got anything to add while we're still recording?